Hi everyone, happy Thursday. This week certainly has not went the way I wanted it to, but we are going to do some new book flip-throughs today, including some big anticipated ones that are not Amazon printed, and a new release from one of my favorite artists that is on Amazon. So if you only want to watch certain books, I will have jumps in the description so you can hop to the flip throughs that you want to see. If you don't want to see all of these, understand. I understand, like, our time, everybody's time's limited. And I'm hoping to do a completed pages this weekend. I did not, of course, get as much coloring as I was hoping to do this week because my back pain flared up, but that's okay. I will cover what I did for January and February and fresh start, right? So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. So 3 of these are new releases, I guess, technically. So the first one I'm going to start with is the one that ever since I heard that this was coming out, I just was like, okay, it's cats, it's Kanoko Egusa. We're ordering this. This came from Amazon Japan. I will put the link in the description. There we go. And this is Leon's Journey. I just got this today. What is going on here? There we go. And it does have like a paper dust jacket. Oh, like creasing that book. Oh, just stresses me out. So this is a fairly big size square book. Like, I would say it is a little bigger than the other versions, like Rhapsody of the Forest and Symphony of Animals. I think it's bigger than all of these. Not by much, but if you have any of the books by Melpomeni, it's about the same size, like in terms of a square, larger size book. I have, oh my gosh, actually this is a bigger book in that I may have to, my camera really just can't go any farther out. This will just have to be the best it can be. That's fine. So I am seriously considering starting this book front to back. Look at this page. Like, just look at it. It's so cute. I'll need Google Translate to translate the language, obviously. But these pages are gorgeous. Even got some little dogs in here. You got some different animals. That rabbits and chicks picture would be a good one for spring. This would be a good one for spring. A Day in the Life of Leon. This looks about right. Eyeing a mouse. About the only thing I don't see here is him sleeping. He's might be kind of sleeping there with the flowers. And him eating. That is probably the only 2 things I don't see him doing there that would sum that one up. So I think these are split by seasons. You have a couple pages at the beginning and then you have like a spring collection. And one of the things I really like is that you have these full pages, but you also have these little like slice of life type images, like 3 or 4 on a page. There are a number of pages like that through this book, which I think are great for getting started because maybe you just can't commit to a whole page right off the bat. He's spying on her, stretching. Now, if that kid doesn't turn around and say big stretch, then that kid just doesn't like cats. I think it's a requirement when they stretch like that that you say big stretch. Oh, we do have characters. That was on this page. So we have Baron the Owl, of course, Leon. Lily is the big fluffy kitty with the bow. Marie is the little mouse. And then we have Latte and Mocha. And other little friends. I love the squirrel page. Oh, these are gorgeous. It has been a tough couple months. It's been in particular a really tough couple weeks. And this is giving me a much needed serotonin boost. That is pretty with the hummingbirds. Lily, Lily and Leon do not look very happy to see each other there. Lily looks concerned and Leon is giving the squinty eyes there. And there goes Bagheera in the background. Once again, I do really like kind of these little slice of life little it breaks. I love the full-size pages, but that can be daunting at times, especially when you don't have a lot of time to color. And for me, it's important, like if I'm going to watercolor this entire page as a base, it's important that for me, a lot of times for consistency, that I watercolor it all at once, or if I shade it, that I shade it all at once, because depending on how stressed I am or how much, if I'm dealing with pain in my shoulders or back, sometimes I'll change how much pressure I'm putting on a pencil, and so I'm not very consistent. That's funny with the cat feet. I like that little teapot and the little duckling floating in the teacup. Interesting, you already have some shading on this page. This would be a pretty page to do, I think, with like watercolor pencil, maybe ink tints. I don't know how ink tints does on the Kanoko Egusa books, so I would want to test that. Aw, alright, seems like they're finally starting to get along. Very cute. Oh no! So they were getting along, becoming friends, and then it looks like Lily's been catnapped. Oh no. And so Leon's very distraught. Oh no. Well, that's sad. So here's the summer. Ooh, I like the parakeets. We actually used to have some parakeets when I was a kid. For a very brief period of time, my parents had like little house finches and a couple parakeets, and just I liked them as a kid, but I think for my parents they were a lot of work because obviously I wasn't having to do a lot. And here's him at the cafe looking very unenthused. That would be a fun, like, birthday picture, I think, as well. Though I'm not sure if he's actually wearing a party hat or a waffle cone on his head. Oh, okay, so he's out searching for her. We've got some other kitties. And we've got a tiger friend. Like these small little images. Oh, I love this picture where they're all playing like pirates. I think that's super cute. It kind of reminds me of the cat coloring therapy books with the tiger and all the little kittens. Like he's like an uncle or something to them. So I guess they've went on holiday with her and she is not looking happy. She's looking quite bored, quite irritated. Oh, they had their fun playing pirates and now they're saying goodbye to him. Still searching. Now we're to autumn. He's asking the horse for directions. Taking a nap on some pumpkins. Oh, maybe they didn't go on holiday. Maybe they moved. Maybe they moved away. I'm sure I'll get much better context when I look at the translations in here. Right now it's just making a guess. Oh, it looks like he runs into the Baron. Oh, here he is at this big house. Here's your winter collection. Still looking for her. Oh, now that's an interesting page. These are numbers. Oh, it's an advent calendar. Oh, I like that. How cool is that? Oh, poor Leon's looking awful sad. Oh, he finally finds her. It looks like Marie, the little mouse, helped. And there they are at the end. Oh, good. Had to have a happy ending, right? Like, surely. I was getting a little nervous. There's only a few pages left. I was like, uh-oh, is he going to find her? It's a very cute book. It is not, I mean, there's a lot of pages in this book, and if you don't want to color just cats, like there's plenty of pictures in here that don't have Leon or Lily in them, that have other types of animals as well. So it does include, of course, quite a few of the cat pictures because it is about Leon, but there's a whole lot of other animals as well. So don't look at this book and think it's just cats because it's got a whole lot of other types of animals and scenery. Very cute. I like this very much. Like I said, this might be the one I crack into. I would like to do it front to back, however, we may start with this page first because it's just coloring the characters, and that could be something like small I do to build up a little bit of bravery before I really get started. Either that or like the day in the life. I might pick one of these small ones that has the multiple pictures on it. So maybe I can try a few things like watercolor pencils and colored pencils and stuff just to get an idea of what I'd like to use before I tackle like a bigger page. But that would be fun to finally make me feel, and then if I consistently am coloring in this book, hopefully it will help me get a bit braver about coloring in my other Japanese and Korean books. Another artist that I don't color in very often just released Dream Voyage. I think I picked this up on Amazon UK. I'll go back and see if I, again, find the link for it. Dream Voyage. I don't know if it's up, like if it has a published date in the US Amazon site yet. So, yes, once upon a time, I would have probably been able to purchase this from, oh, what was the name of that site? Book Depository. R.I.P. Book Depository. I miss you. So this looks really exciting. I was looking through the pages, and the one thing that I was really excited about is these are single-sided, except for like this title page and the copyright and everything. I do love fantasy, so I was excited to see what would be done in this book. Very dark line art. It's interesting. Kind of, not a bend in the book, but kind of a, I don't think that's going to cause an impact when I'm coloring, but it's interesting. Now these pages are really good. I don't know if the paper's any different, but I know in maybe Circle of Life, I followed a tutorial using ink tints in one of these books, and hopefully it's using the same paper. And I thought that turned out really nicely with the super dark line art and the little bit of shading that's in here. That was one of the few pages where oftentimes if I use water-based medium, I want to use something over it to give some shading, give some depth. But with that ink tints and the shading underneath, I actually liked that page so much that I didn't even feel like I had to add any pencil on the top. So, oh, I like that one. The difference in the water versus on land. I would say this one has maybe more detail in it than the other two books by this artist. And I say that because I don't want to butcher their name. So gel pens might actually be pretty useful. Anything like fine liners, gel pens, because these are single-sided pages, you could even use marker in these. I like how it's broken apart there, like you're seeing cracks through the wall like that. All kinds of all kinds of creatures coming out of that pot. Kind of like a bird cage feel here. Got some skulls in this one. Lots of different types of skulls. So this one definitely has more of an abstract feel to it. Might not be everybody's taste. But that's why I try to do these flip throughs, so it's not often that there are some artists, the ones that I know and am familiar with, that I will buy their stuff before I see a flip through. I'm trying to be a little better about that. Just most of the artists that I do that with, I'm not, it comes out fine. Like Leon's Journey, I think I saw just a couple pictures in a flip through of that, and I was immediately like, well, it's cats. The pictures look amazing. It's Kanoko Egusa. I will love this book. This one I had to see a number of the pictures before I decided. But like I've gotten burned on some of the mythographic books where I like the artists a lot, but maybe that particular book I just don't like the way the images were drawn. So, and those are up in price where they're like $20 US a pop, starting out. And so I've tried to be more, I like the seal and the narwhal. I tried to be more mindful about watching like flip throughs of certain books before I commit to getting them. I did pre-order Kirby Rosanna's Dark Fairy Tales because I'm pretty sure I'm going to love that. I feel confident in that one. But oftentimes, like I said, I try to look at flip throughs before. Like I said, this one's interesting. It's definitely got a like real fantasy abstract element to it. I don't have a lot of books like that in my collection, but I particularly love that this is single-sided. I love this type of artwork because it feels a little less intense, and particularly because I could do markers here, I could do ink tints. Oftentimes with the shading or the texture that's in place, I don't necessarily feel the need, and y'all know I like this one. I don't necessarily feel the need to add in a whole ton more shading. Wow, that's a heck of a picture. Yeah, I would say if I had, now this one on here in the back is actually double-sided. That's a little weird, but just keep that in mind on that last page. One thing I wish, because I see this and I see how like incredible it looks with the black background, not a criticism, but a personal preference. I wish some of these had some of that black background more in them. Obviously, you can add that in yourself, but my time, I feel like my time is limited, so anytime I can get a leg up on something I want to do, I would have liked to see more black background pictures, but like, that's a personal preference. I'm not even calling that a criticism because that's just me and how I like to color. So very cool. All right, our other new release is Simple Spring from Alexandra Franzese. I've been waiting for this one. This is part of her Easy Coloring Book series. I think I only got one in her Simple Valentine's. So we're going to try to get a few more here in the spring one. Oh, it's so cute. We are finally starting to warm up just a little here. I'm really hoping that last freeze we had was like the last single digit type freeze we had is our last one of the year. And right now we're kind of sitting around 40s and 50s for highs. Warm enough that the cats can go out a little bit here and there, but not so warm that I can go outside or for very long, or I feel like going outside for very long. But hopefully that's coming. I'm already in spring mode. The way my schedule's been lately, if I want to get any spring and Easter type coloring, I better go ahead and start if I want anything significant. So it's like for holidays and for like seasons and any particular type of coloring, you know, for like that time of year, seasonal, like I just have to give myself the whole month surrounding that at this point. That is so cute. This might be a fun one to complete. Like I could set it up where some of the images I want to. Problem is I've already completed one Alexandra Franzese book and there's like other. I really love the front cover image, that little turtle. I think she's adorable. I have other artists whose books I want to, I want to try to at least complete a book from my favorite artists. And so as tempting as it is, I know that like I'll probably get, I don't know, 5, 10 of these images done and then try to focus on completing a book by another artist. That's really cute too. Well, there's a good St. Patrick's Day one. I was trying to think. I have some Clover mandalas from Camellia Angelcova. I have some Deborah Muller St. Patrick's Day type pages. And then I have that one, but I don't think I really have any others. Here's one from Simple Food. I don't have all her simple books. I don't think I have Simple Food or Simple Mushrooms. Again, it's just been, I've been picking up the seasonal ones and then specific holiday ones, and then I figure, one of these days I'll go back. I'll go back and pick up the others as I complete. Where's it at? So this other book is just knocked the camera all over the place. I have been taking my sweet time with these books today. This is a reprint of her Spring Mandalas book. So I do have the original one, and I just wanted to show you. So this is the new one, and this is the older style one. On some of her older books where she has changed her style over the years, she is going back and updating with like darker line art. I've been kind of on the fence about that. Like if I have a lot of pictures in a mandala book, I'm probably not going to rebuy it. But this one, I went ahead and did that just mostly because I wanted to see the differences. And so, hey, Winry. So here is what that one looks like. The line art's a little thinner, but she's still got like her shading in it. This is the old version. I think I had, yeah, I had my When Pigs Fly mandala in here. I think it's the only one I've done. And then this one has the ducks and the umbrellas here. Now this one has much darker, thicker line art, which is what I much more prefer in my books. That's one of the reasons, like, I kind of want to get these updated versions. Oh, there's another good St. Patrick's Day one. Yeah, if I sound a little, I guess, extra breathy today, extra tired, all the overtime from the past few weeks caused my back pain to flare up right in the center of my back where I've had problems before. And it's from sitting at my desk, 10, 12-hour days for multiple weeks, just causing arthritis and tendonitis flare-ups. I have to go back and look at the other one. I feel like I'm imagining things, but this feels like new mandalas. I'm trying to remember if I've saw any of those in this other book. Maybe this is a net new version. I may be wrong. Oh, we're going to start back to front here. Yeah. There's that cute ducks one that's on the front cover. She does have, I think, an Easter mandalas. Huh. That is interesting. Let me look in here. Oh, there's the bee one. I think we saw that one. Huh. No, some of these look somewhat similar, but some of these don't. I don't know if I saw that caterpillar one. So it's not just updated line art. It looks like there's some new mandalas in here as well. So if she has both versions for sale, I'll look, but she may only have the newer updated version. Yeah, because I definitely didn't see the pig one in there. Huh. Yeah, I'll have to look a little more into that. So I think she updated the style in here as well. So the one I'm showing you here is from 2023. This is the one with the bees on the cover. Her latest one is 2025, and it's got the ducks with the umbrellas on the, is that a duck? Am I saying that right? I think it's a duck. So I'll have to look. Like I said, it's not only updated line art, but I think a lot of the mandalas have been refreshed or changed into a different style. So I may keep both books and then the ones that are different. That way I have a whole bunch of spring mandalas to color. So, oh boy, just what I need. More books. I know, I know. It's a thing. With my back hurting so much, I haven't been able to do anything that involves, coloring, typing, playing video games, anything that basically has this motion and puts strain on that spot on my back. And so since last Friday, I've pretty much not been able to do much. Haven't been able to color. I'd like to try today. If not today, then tomorrow. I was supposed to go to Seattle this week and did not happen because my back was hurting so bad. There was no way I was going to try to fold myself into an airline seat for over 4 hours, because it would have just gotten way worse. So did the team meeting virtual, which turned out okay, and I'm actually going to try to take a little bit of time off this week to give myself a couple more days to recoup and hopefully get rid of the back pain thoroughly and for good. And I'm going to cross my fingers and hope March is better. I keep saying that and there are things that I need to do, but I'm just doing the best I can do. And maybe one day things will slow down enough that I can get back to the channel with some regularity, post more often, color more often. But for now, this is, just how it is, and it'll be all right. We'll see if I have time to do a little bit of coloring today before I throw in the towel and call it good. But anyway, there you go. A lot of good new books are either out or coming out. I know there's a new book by Erie coming out. I think I'm going to look at the flip through on that. Not that I don't think I'm going to get it, but I'm trying to restrain myself a little bit. So that new book by Erie, I think if you order it through maybe Amazon Japan or somewhere, like it's already where you can buy it. It's probably going to be in the Coloring Queens March new releases is my guess, and I'll probably just pick it up then. Kirby Rosanna's Dark Fairy Tales is coming out this month in the US. I know some people have already had advanced copies of that. I haven't had a chance to look at them yet. I do think some of the images are pretty like dark, not like dark like, turned out the light, but dark like scary, and so it may not be to your taste, but I'm curious how that will turn out. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I know of for sure that's coming out like very, very soon. Nothing at the moment, but like I said, always recommend coloringqueen.net, her blog. She does a once a month new releases list that I look at quite a bit. Oh, Deborah Muller does have a new book out called Warrior Women. I just haven't gotten that yet again because I'm kind of swamped in Deborah Muller books and I want to make progress on some of her books that I have. A lot of artists, I'm really starting to get to the point where I'm like, okay, I've got to complete a book of theirs or I've got to make progress in the current books I have before I buy new books. And I hate it because I like supporting them. And I want to buy every new book so I can be supportive, but like there just reaches a point where I've got to be like, okay, we're going to put a pause on this for now. Not working so well across the board, but I'm trying. Anyway, all right, completed pages, hopefully coming Saturday. All the links will be in the description for these where I purchased them. And I'll see, like I said, if this version of Spring Mandalas is no longer available. You won't see a link to it, and I'll just have a link to the new version. So anyway, just wanted to show you the difference between the two, though, if you already have this one and like you're thinking about whether or not you want to get this one. I'm glad I have both. I think, like I said, there are pictures from both that I like, and that I'll be coloring. So I don't know if I will do that for all her books that she's revisiting, but I know for the spring one in particular, I do see value in both of them. So, all right. Hope everybody is doing well. I I mean the cats are doing well enough. I'm not great, but it's been worse. I think I'm through the worst of it, I hope. And hopefully things will get a little more active around here. So, thanks and bye for now.